Taylor Swift sent Caitlin Clark for bags of merchandise from her ears to her along with a personal note. She invited Clark to attend a Chiefs game and shared that both she and Travis Kelce were excited to attend a Fever game once the tour ended. But what did Swift say in her note? And why are WNBA veterans speaking up about the recognition gap in women's basketball? In the note, Swift told Clark she was inspiring and mentioned that she and Travis were looking forward to attending a Fever game after the tour wrapped up. She also invited Clark to join her at a Chiefs game. This gesture wasn't just about celebrity support for an athlete. It sparked a much deeper conversation about the lack of recognition in women's sports. When Taylor Swift performed at Lucas Oil Stadium during her Eras tour, Caitlin Clark and her mom attended back-to-back shows. This wasn't just a typical fan experience. It became a pivotal moment that would ignite intense discussions around the visibility of women's sports. The recognition from Swift was significant for Clark, who has already been making waves in the sports world, recently named Time's 2020 for Athlete of the Year. Clark's performance on the court tells only part of the story. She leads the league in assists and ranks 7th in scoring. Impressive stats for any player, let alone a rookie. However, her real impact goes beyond the numbers. Clark has helped lead the Indiana Fever back to the playoffs for the first time in 8 seasons, a major achievement for the team and a testament to her skill and leadership. The timing of Taylor Swift's recognition is especially noteworthy. Clark has been breaking attendance records and drawing more attention to the WNBA than ever before. Her style of play, characterized by deep three-pointers and creative passing, has captured the imagination of basketball fans and casual viewers alike. It's this kind of recognition from global icons like Swift that can help elevate the visibility of women's sports. The gesture highlights the fact that in sports, mainstream recognition for women athletes is still a rare thing. The WNBA has made incredible strides, but it's clear that much more can be done to close the recognition gap. Taylor Swift's gesture is a shining example of what can happen when influential figures use their platform to bring more attention to women's sports. It seems like there's more to this story. Word is, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are headed toward marriage. But beyond that, this isn't just about Caitlin Clark and Swift. It's about what happens when mainstream pop culture intersects with women's sports. Swift's massive fan base now has a direct connection to the WNBA through this interaction. The potential impact on viewership and engagement could be huge. The merchandise and the personal note from Swift also symbolize something much deeper: validation from outside the sports world. While athletes shouldn't need celebrity endorsements to prove their worth, the reality is that this kind of recognition can bridge the gap between niche sports coverage and mainstream attention. Clark's mom being there at the concert adds another layer to this story. As someone who has supported Caitlin's basketball journey from the start, sharing this special moment with her daughter must have been incredibly meaningful. It represents the culmination of years of hard work and dedication, as well as the beginning of something new. When Caitlin Clark met Travis Kelce, it wasn't just a casual encounter. Kelce himself shared, "It was rocking. I saw Caitlin Clark there and got to meet her. She's awesome and we're both true Midwest at heart. It was cool catching up with her. She was into the show for sure. She's a Swiftie through and through." Swift's influence on sports isn't new. Her relationship with Travis Kelce has already made waves, increasing NFL viewership and engagement. Now, her connection with Caitlin Clark could do something similar for the WNBA. While the league has been growing steadily, mainstream celebrity attention like this could accelerate that progress. Looking at Clark's rookie season, her impact becomes even more apparent. She's not just putting up impressive stats, she's changing how people view women's basketball. Her playing style, combined with her ability to connect with fans, has made her a standout figure in sports. The note from Swift wasn't just a simple gesture. By mentioning her excitement about attending a Fever game with Travis Kelce, Swift showed genuine interest in supporting women's basketball. This kind of authentic engagement is far more meaningful than just a superficial endorsement. Social media exploded with reactions to this news. Fans of both Taylor Swift and the WNBA shared their excitement about this unexpected crossover. Many pointed out how this could help bring new audiences to women's basketball, while others discussed the broader implications for women's sports in general. The 4 bags of merchandise Swift sent represent a level of generosity and thoughtfulness that goes beyond just a simple gesture. Known for her attention to detail, Swift likely understood the significance of this gift and the impact it could have on both Caitlin Clark and the WNBA's visibility. Caitlin Clark's response to this recognition has been gracious and humble. She's used this attention to highlight her team and the league, showing maturity beyond her rookie status. This approach has earned her respect from both veterans and fans alike. The invitation to a Chiefs game adds an interesting dimension to this story. It suggests that this support might not be a one-time thing. There's potential for ongoing visibility and collaboration between these two worlds. This isn't just a one-time interaction. The sustained attention generated by this moment could have lasting benefits for women's basketball. As media coverage of this story spread, it highlighted how rare these mainstream moments are for women's sports. Despite the WNBA's high level of play and compelling storylines, it often struggles to break through to wider audiences. However, the WNBA landscape is changing faster than anyone expected. When Taylor Swift showed love to Caitlin Clark, it revealed something significant about women's basketball: how recognition is evolving in real time. This isn't just about one player getting attention. It's about the entire sport reaching new audiences. A'ja Wilson, like many WNBA veterans, has witnessed the league transform over the years. There was a time when a few thousand fans was considered a good turnout. Now, packed arenas and record-breaking viewership have become the norm. Wilson's perspective comes from being part of that growth and watching the game change from the inside. What makes this moment special is not just that Swift recognized Clark, but that women's basketball is finally getting the mainstream attention it deserves. When Swift mentions attending a Fever game with Travis Kelce, it's not just celebrity name dropping. It's about bringing new eyes to a sport that's been delivering incredible performances for years. The numbers tell an amazing story. WNBA viewership is up across the board. It's not just Clark's games that are drawing attention. Teams league-wide are seeing increased attendance. Players like Wilson have been putting on great shows for years, and now more people than ever are tuning in to watch. Veteran players across the league are embracing this shift. Candace Parker recently talked about how exciting it is to see new fans discovering the game. Diana Taurasi mentioned how this kind of mainstream attention helps everyone in the league. A rising tide lifts all boats, as they say. Social media has exploded with new WNBA content. Fan accounts that used to focus solely on the NBA are now covering women's games. The engagement isn't just about one or two star players. Fans are discovering the incredible depth of talent throughout the league. What's really exciting is how this attention is spreading. Sure, Clark's long-range shots get millions of views, but that leads fans to discover A'ja Wilson's dominant post moves, Breanna Stewart's all-around game, and Chelsea Gray's magical passes. New fans coming for one player are staying for the whole league. The WNBA's marketing strategy is evolving too. They're showcasing both emerging stars and established veterans. Recent promotional materials feature Clark's exciting plays alongside Wilson's championship moments. It's not an either-or situation, it's about celebrating all the talent in the league. Look at how players interact on social media now. There's a real sense of community. When Clark breaks a record, veterans celebrate her. When Wilson dominates a game, rookies show their respect. This shift isn't just about making noise. It's about building a culture that embraces and supports every player, regardless of whether they're a rookie or a veteran. This back and forth support is helping fans appreciate both new stars and established players. Television coverage has dramatically improved too. Networks are investing more in production quality, commentary, and the overall presentation. Games look better than ever, showcasing the incredible athleticism these players bring to the court. The Swift effect isn't just about one note or some merchandise. It represents something bigger: mainstream culture embracing women's basketball. When celebrities engage authentically with the sport, it helps break down the barriers that have held back women's sports for years. Players' individual brands are growing as well. A'ja Wilson's signature shoe line is selling out. Caitlin Clark's jerseys are flying off shelves. And veterans like Sabrina Ionescu are landing major endorsement deals. The pie is getting bigger for everyone. The biggest winners here are young fans. They're growing up seeing women's basketball celebrated in ways previous generations never experienced. They're watching Wilson dominate in the paint and Clark sink logo threes, understanding that both styles are equally valuable. The conversation about recognition in women's sports is evolving. It's less about who gets attention and more about how to keep expanding the spotlight. Veterans and rookies alike are finding new ways to connect with fans and grow the game. International interest is picking up to WNBA highlights are going viral across the globe. Wilson's championship performances and Clark's rookie season are attracting attention from basketball fans worldwide. The league's reach is expanding beyond anything we've seen before. Corporate partnerships are reflecting this growth as well. More companies want to be associated with the WNBA. They're not just sponsoring individual players. They're investing in the league as a whole. This means better resources for all teams and players, which will help elevate the entire league. The future looks bright with rising viewership, increasing attendance, and growing social media engagement. Women's basketball is entering a new era. Veterans like A'ja Wilson helped build the foundation, while new stars like Caitlin Clark are helping take the league to the next level. What's truly exciting is watching how different generations of players complement each other. Wilson's powerful moves in the post and Clark's long-range shooting represent different styles that make the game even more entertaining. Fans get to enjoy the best of both worlds. Looking ahead, this momentum shows no signs of slowing down. The WNBA is attracting more talent than ever. College stars now see a viable professional future. The infrastructure around women's basketball keeps improving, and the swift recognition of Clark isn't the end goal. It's just one more step in the ongoing growth of women's basketball. Every player, from rookies to veterans, contributes to this evolution. The sport is better when everyone succeeds. As we wrap up this season, one thing is clear: women's basketball is in its most exciting era yet. Players like A'ja Wilson, Caitlin Clark, and countless others are pushing the game forward. The future isn't just about individual recognition, it's about collective growth. There you have it, the full story behind Taylor Swift's support of Caitlin Clark and the important conversation it started.